everyone, welcome back to my channel, True Crime Tuesday. The story I'm bringing to you today is a horrific crime committed in 1998 by a Texan teenager, Donald Collins, on a young child, Robbie Middleton, a little boy from Splendora, Texas. I need to warn you that some of the details and the images are quite graphic and some viewers might find them too disturbing. Take a look. The details in the pictures, though are very unsettling and extremely upsetting, tell you the true horror story of a most demented and heinous crime committed by a human on another human being. It was the 28th of June 1998, a very special day for little Robbie. It was his 8th birthday. Robbie woke up that morning feeling very excited. He had also been gifted a tent for his birthday, which his mom Colleen had put up in their back garden, so Robbie and his friend could have a sleepover. Everything looked so joyful and rip-roaring for Robbie that day. And as his mom Colleen had commented, he simply loved his birthdays. Robbie had used some of his birthday money to buy some firecrackers and was thinking of walking to his friend's home through the woods. That was such a fateful decision. Robbie left his parents' home and was walking through the woods only to be encountered by local sex predator Donald Collins, who was only 13 years old at the time. Robbie's mom had warned him against Collins and had advised Robbie to avoid Collins at any cost and run the other way if he ever saw this dangerous young maniac. However, Donald caught Robbie alone in the woods that day, ruthlessly attacked him, raping him, and then threatening to kill him. The demented attacker then tied Robbie up to a tree before dousing Robbie in gasoline and setting him alight. When the rope burnt off, Robbie fell off the tree trunk and managed to stagger towards the home in a ball of flames. There were horror-stricken witnesses who had seen Robbie running onto the road in a cloud of flames, the flesh dripping from his hands, and they saw Robbie collapsing on the street. When Robbie's mother Colleen discovered her son, he was welted, blistered, and burnt beyond recognition. Robbie was clinging to life by a thread. Little Robbie was rushed to the hospital as he had suffered horrendous burns to 99% of his body. No one expected him to live, but astounding all his doctors and even his loved ones, the incredibly strong little fighter miraculously survived, thank God. Once Robbie named 13-year-old Donald Collins as his molester, Donald was arrested and was made to spend several months in a juvenile detention center, but was ultimately released due to lack of evidence and because the prosecutors could not identify a motive for his actions. His release was a shattering blow to all who loved Robbie and was disappointing to the people of the community. They all wanted justice for Robbie. Robbie, despite the terrible trauma, was still an optimistic person with a positive mindset who wanted to put this horror aside and leave it in the past and move on. His attitude brought joy and hope to all. Robbie's road to recovery was very, very tough. He had to endure over 200 surgical procedures. However, his organs were badly damaged by the fire, and at the age of 20, in 2011, Robbie passed away from cancer that was caused by the horrific burn injuries. The cause of his death was ruled a homicide. Just less than 3 weeks before he passed away, Robbie made a 27-minute video deposition, during which he once again named Donald Collins as his attacker molester. There was more information Robbie revealed this time. He said that Donald had raped him 2 weeks before that incident also, in the woods, and added that Donald had threatened to kill him if he had talked about it to anyone. Finally, a motivation was identified. He took me out into the woods where I was burned. He pulled my clothes down and started raping me, Robbie very clearly explained. Don grabbed me by my shoulder and threw gas in my face. Further research on this story indicated that 3 years after the attack on Robbie, Donald had been convicted of sexually assaulting another 8-year-old boy. Robbie passed away, causing so much anguish and pain to all who loved him, leaving a community that mourn his death even today. Donald Collins was finally arrested and charged as an adult for assault, setting a human being alight, rape, and murder. Donald Collins received a 40-year sentence behind bars. A fit punishment for a rapist and killer, many said. However, some say that he does not deserve to wake up every morning, live and breathe every day, as he took that right away from Robbie. That's it from me tonight. Thank you. See you again soon.